All coming in on AstraZeneca, and let's now speak to the management of IL&FS Transportation. Ramchand Karunakaran, who's the managing director of the company, now joins us on the show. Thank you for joining in, and would like to know more about your business outlook. And first up, would like to know, how does the rule of not charging tolls at certain toll polls affect business for you? That is mainly common in Maharashtra, and how many such toll points are affected?
Well, in our case, as far as the exemptions given to toll traffic, particularly on the passenger side, I think on an overall consolidated basis, it's something less than 1 or 2%. It's not very large because these are only applicable to state concessions. They are not applicable to the national highway concessions. And in Maharashtra, we have just one state concession, which is from Baroda to Chandrapur. The other project in Maharashtra, which we are doing, is from Pune to Sholapur, which is from the National Highway Authority of India. So it's not too much of an impact on us. Even on an overall basis, if you look at the impact of car traffic on most of the toll roads, at least the ones that we have under our portfolio, 80 to 85% of our revenues comes from commercial traffic. So the impact of passenger traffic is not too high. However, if this is, extrapolated and taken to an all-India level, then I think we would have some impact, which is in the range of 10 to 15%. But I understand that there is a framework being evolved which will actually provide for compensation, and I think that should see some returns, flowing back due to the lack of traffic, or lack of tolls being imposed on cars.
Morning then, Mr. Karunakaran. Just wanted to know if the government has made any provisions for, the loss of business, and by when will you get compensated?
Well, we haven't heard anything for certain on how they want to compensate for the loss of revenue. We understand there are two models being worked out. One is to extend the concession period so that, you're compensated through an extension in the concession period. The second is to either increase the toll rate on non-passenger vehicles, or to actually give you a grant in the form of income lost on a year-to-year basis, or maybe a 3-yearly basis. Because most of us have submitted at the time of financial close the information memorandum that was circulated to the lenders, and that has a forecast of traffic by vehicles. So the compensation, if any, which will flow, if it's based on a year-to-year basis, will be worked based on that model which has been submitted along with the information memorandum. So I think it's fairly easy maths to work out. It's not very difficult. It's basically to maintain the same NPV going forward.
And Mr. Karunakaran, if you can also take us through your order book and what are the new projects that you have in the pipeline?
Yeah, we have an order book of close to 12,000 crores, and this is all going to be finished by the year FY17, except for the last tunnel project that we got, which is about 3,500 crores, which is in Jammu and Kashmir also. Otherwise, out of the 27 concessions that we have, 19 are commissioned. We should be commissioning another 7 in the next 2 years, and that will bring us to about 26 concessions that we will be operating and managing. We believe that going forward, we are already the lowest bidder on 2 projects. Number one is a project in Nepal, where there were 2 bids. We are the lowest. There is the detailed project report has just been submitted, and that's about $1.5 billion, which is the project cost. Will take about 4 to 5 years to construct. But that's one project where we are the lowest on. We submitted a tender last week for another tunnel. For some reason, we seem to be lucky with the tunnel projects. We submitted a tunnel project which is from the Jojila tunnel. We were the only tenderer on that, and we are awaiting the reaction of the government on how they want to handle that single tender for that.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for taking time out and joining in, giving us a snapshot of what exactly the toll exemption notice means and where the company's business outlook stands. Okay, we'll wrap it up with them. IL&FS Transport at 146 right now. Let's get some options.